Hey everybody, this is Garden Jen with Garden Jen's Journey. I'm doing a winter update, haven't done one in a while this year. This is now mid-February. We have some new things going on here at the homestead. You notice I got some chickens running around. There's some more over there. They used to be all in that enclosure there, and then we moved the enclosure out back. But we found something out by accident, actually, because we do have two dogs and they're not the best with farm animals. They try to herd them and things like that because that's their instinct. And when we first had these chickens, they were actually attacking them, which was not safe to have free-range chickens. But one day, these guys actually got out by accident. The latch on their enclosure didn't fully latch, and so they got out by accident. And our one dog was perfectly okay with it. She kind of hangs out with them and watches them and kind of enjoys just watching them do what they do. So that was good. We're like, okay, we're good. We still had another dog that he's partially blind. So like the chickens in the very back there that you can barely see, he'd be trying to attack them because he could not see what they are, and so therefore he felt threatened. Well, the last couple of days he's been out here as well, and as long as he can see what they are, he's okay with them. So praise the Lord, we're actually able to have free-range chickens now. So they still go into an enclosure out back at night because we have coyotes and other predators around, but during the day they're out doing what chickens do. So that's one update there. The next is our garden here. We're going to be completely redoing. This main bed here, that's going to stay because this is actually a low depression in our ground, and so this is where my potatoes are, and then I have potatoes over there. And then this bed here is all medicinal herbs here. So those beds there will stay the way that they are. And then I have a rose bed here that goes at an angle this way. This will stay here. But everything else is being moved. These beds that were originally here, where the stakes are, they're all being torn out and things. The trellis that we made last year, that's going to be torn down. It actually was blown apart by the strong winds we had. So that's all going to be torn down. All this is being redone so that I'll actually have more actual planting space. I do square foot gardening and companion planting. But with redrawing how the garden's actually going to be laid out this year, I'm gaining another 200 square feet of ground space, which is excellent. And then the way I'm going to be putting my tunnels this year, my cattle panel arbors, I'm going to have some more here, and then there's going to be more here. I'll have all that for my climbing vegetables. So all things that can climb, like my peas, beans, and things like that, will climb up here, so they won't take the ground space. And then out in my lawn area out back here is where we're going to plant the squash and things. Since they really just need room to sprawl out, they really don't need anything else but that. We're just going to put them in our back lawn. And then here I have my elderberries and things like that. And once we get this cleaned back up, this is a mess because we had to get this built really quickly. Once we get this cleaned up, I'll have some corn and things here in this spot. And got a lot of things going on back here. This looks kind of funny right now because it's actually a windbreak. We have tarps up because we have a lot of wind. And so this side here is where the original coop was that we had first built on the property. It's where our ducks are now. Let's see if I can show them to you. So we have the 4 Pekin ducks. And then out here is where we moved the chicken coop. So this is a chicken coop that was out front. We moved it back here. And so they have a nice sized enclosure back here. And then of course, like I said, now they're out and about and free ranging. And so back here again was going to be where we're going to have all of our squash and things just over the lawn. And then the containers, let me show you around here. these containers all had to get pulled up from where that they were back here behind the coop. We're going to be putting them along the edge here, the coop here. So this will be all container garden here on this side. So that's the plans for this year. Still got a ways to go before I can actually start getting my hands dirty in the garden, because it is still mid-February and I'm in Zone 5B, Michigan. And even though we have warm days, we also have freezing days. So we have to wait for the ground to start really getting thawed and having nice days where we can come out here and actually work the ground, so to speak. But right now, that's what the ladies are doing. They're just having a blast out here. And you can see some of them have coats on. Those are chicken saddles that I made because we have a rooster and with him, and then their seasonal molt. They're quite bare. You see, we even have a cat and she's not bothering the chickens, so God's been good. But anyways, we have bare-butted chickens, and with very, very cold temperatures, like -20 and below, that was tender skin being exposed to the elements. So we got them covered up with nice little coats there. So that's what's going on here right now. We'll keep you updated on how things are going here at the homestead. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this is Jen from Garden Jen's Journey. Bye-bye.